Hello, Medis, it's me, Zulik here, and today I am very excited to say I am going to be reacting to each episode of Steins Gate Zero. This was very kindly lended to me by my good friend Rusty. If you're new on the channel, he has been in a few of my movie reviews, or well, a few of my film initial reaction. He usually is. I think he's joined almost every single one of my movie review initial reaction videos that I've put out recently, like Bullet Train, Beast, the 4DX extended cut of Spider-Man No Way Home, which I uploaded a couple of days ago. He's very kindly lended me Steins Gate Zero, and also he did lend me the first season, or the first series, whatever you want to call it, the first series or season of Steins Gate. And hopefully he will give me, because this is part one of Steins Gate Zero. This isn't I don't know why they did this, but they didn't do like the whole box set of it like the first season, because the first season was quite chunky. I don't have it right now, I gave it back to him, but it was quite a chunky box, and it had 4 discs on the inside, but for some reason they decided to do 2 separate boxes with there's right, so I'm gonna go on about this, but basically the box that he's given me, I don't know why they decided to do this, but it's cool actually, because I wouldn't be doing this video right now if it wasn't for this. But they decided to do a two. I forgot what he called it. It's on the sleeve, which Rusty didn't give me, which I'm glad he didn't. But there's basically it comes with 4 discs in total in each box. So you get well, or in this box at least, you get two Blu-rays and 2 DVDs. So I'll show you right here actually. So this is Blu-ray. So the first 2, I don't know if I can do it. So Blu-ray, and then you got DVD and DVD there. So I don't know why they did that, but I'm glad in this situation it is, because like I said, I wouldn't be able to do this video right now if there wasn't DVDs in this. But anyway, so I'm going to be playing it on DVD because I thought of reacting to it, because I thought it would be nicer for you to see my genuine reaction to all of the episodes. I can't guarantee this will be a daily series. I can't promise I'll be recording all of these daily, because I have college. I've just next week is when I go back full time in college, so I can't guarantee I will obviously do every episode and record and upload like once every day. So Rusty, most importantly, to say to you, I've already said this to you, and because he wanted me to do those initial reactions again, of like I did with the previous series. I will leave a link actually in the description below, so you can go check out my initial reaction and my full review of the first series or first season of Steins Gate. He wanted me to do that again, but for this series, and I was a bit iffy about it at the start, because it took a lot of energy away from me, and it takes a lot of time away. Not the fact that I don't want obviously my time be wasted by this. It's just the fact that it takes a lot of energy away from me, and me talking too much, because I'm not actually, you know, see, I can't really like talk for so long because I go out of breath. I don't know what to say, for example. So I was like, you know what, it would feel quite strange just doing like a full review of Steins Gate Zero. So I was like, okay, you know what, I'll do it for you, man. So, but even better, I will not just do initial reaction, like obviously watch the episode myself and then come back to you guys and say what I think. I'll be reacting to each episode, and hopefully the Steins Gate company, or whoever owns the Steins Gate franchise, will not obviously claim my video, strike my video even, or any of that. Now, some of you might be like, well, your channel's not monetized, so you wouldn't really have an issue. Well, I would, because it's like the same with every YouTuber. If I get 3 strikes, I'm not saying I will, but if I end up getting 3 strikes, obviously my channel's terminated and it's gone. That's just my baby gone away. So that's not very good. So I'm hoping I'm going to be uploading obviously this episode that you're seeing right now, or this video, sorry. I'm going to be doing 1 episode each video. Yes, 1 episode each video, because it will just take too long to edit. and it will just be such a hassle. So I'm going to be reacting and doing a short review each video, okay? So I'm going to show you, I know I've just previously briefly just shown you the discs and the box, but yeah, this is the box for Steins Gate 0. Obviously got the age rating there, obviously, and that doesn't really matter. That's the UK age rating, Steins Gate 0, and you got the back. I haven't really read the back because I don't want to like get any like, well, I'm not sure they'll give like spoilers, but anyway, so on the spine, obviously it says Steins Gate. I'm not sure if it's going to focus because it's on my face, but it says there Steins Gate Part 1, and then it says how many episodes are in this. Yeah, so it actually includes, which is the one we'll be watching today, episode 23B, which is actually part of the first series. So I might even, I don't know, I'll think about it, but I'll have to see. Obviously, I have to chat with Rusty afterwards to see if he thinks I should add this to the first series playlist that I've done, which I've already said I will link in the description below, so you guys can go check that out. Or if I should just put it in the Steins Gate 0 playlist that I've just made earlier. So anyway, before we get into obviously reaction to it, this is the box. So you got Mayuri there. You got, which seems to be a new character, because there are new characters in this series that I've been told and that I've seen. I haven't seen too much. I've just seen like a few photos and that. And this seems to be another character here. Sorry, it's really weird here. And then we got my least favourite character, spoiler alert if you haven't seen my full review of the first season of Steins Gate. That's Moeka, obviously. Hopefully she will redeem herself as obviously a character that's higher up in my ranking for when I do a full review of this series. And then my man Daru. Now you may have, if you haven't seen my ranking of the first season, the main characters in the first series, Daru was quite low. He was like the third to the lowest. That doesn't mean I hate him. I just prefer the other characters that are higher than him more than Daru. The only one I hate is, well, the one in season 1 or the first series is Moeka. If you haven't seen that video, like I've already said, probably like a dozen times now, I will leave a link in the description below. The playlist of me having my reaction, giving you my reactions and my opinions on the first series of Steins Gate, as well as the full review. So yeah, I'm not going to be wasting any more time. And in this video, as I previously briefly mentioned, I will be watching episode 23B in this video, and then obviously I'm going to start watching the actual series of Steins Gate 0. So enough of me talking, because I'm getting out of breath now. I'm going to chuck in the first DVD of well, it's got episode 23B on this one, right? Yeah, episode 23B. I'm going to put that in my disk drive, which only plays DVDs. That's why I didn't. I'm glad that that's obviously why DVDs are also included, other than Blu-rays, because otherwise I wouldn't be watching it right now and making this video. Yeah, so I'm going to add this in. I'm going to put this in my disk drive in my PC. Let's get reacting. Alright, so I've just tested obviously the volume level and stuff, and this should be okay. I haven't obviously played anything yet. I just wanted to get into this and try and test it all out on the volume and stuff, because obviously, like my previous video, the volume, the game volume was more than my voice, a lot more, so I had to like configure the stuff. So this should be good. I looked back on it and it seemed good, so I'm going to stick with this. Hopefully you can hear me fine, as well as the film, for the series, what I'm watching. So yeah, as you can see here, Steins Gate 23B, and obviously these are obviously going to be Steins Gate 0 episodes, and obviously this is this was obviously the alternative episode for the first series. I'm not going to get into that. If you know what episode 23B is, then you know. Otherwise, research it and look it up yourself. Because obviously this video is mostly reaction and then my short review at the end. And yeah, so yeah, I'm going to get straight into episode 23B, and then obviously I'm going to give you my opinions. I probably won't be doing like a long ass review on it. I'm probably just going to give you like a few minute review on it, what I think, what I didn't like maybe. And yeah, I won't be pausing anything. That's actually what I was going to say. I'm not going to be pausing anything during it. I'm just going to watch it myself, so I don't, like, get all sidetracked or anything. So I'm going to watch. I might not react to, like, some of the YouTubers, like, oh my god, I might do, but I'm not a very, very reactive person. But if I do, then obviously that's why. So just to let you know, I'm not the most reactive person ever out there. So if you don't like that, then... And also, I apologise if my eyes are crossed whenever I look at this, or when I look down here. It's just me. If you don't like it, But, yeah. I can hear the music. Yeah, it's from the first season as well. That's cool. So, I've heard that the theme isn't the same as the first series, which is fine. Anyway, I'm going to get into the reaction, otherwise I'm going to get all over the place. So, Steins Gate 23B, episode 23B. Let's get into it.
Seriously? World War III?
Let me put it into perspective for you. That's upwards of 5.7 billion human lives snuffed out by the year 2036. And it all starts with this.
But what is this?
Totally a mech. Please tell me it transforms.
It's a time machine, Taro.
Huh?
Sorry?
You're familiar with it. That's good, Uncle. Very good. I can get to the point. We're gonna run interference.
I refuse.
Ocarine?
I've been jumping from world line to world line for weeks. I've run interference. So many times I'm barely myself anymore. The only way I was able to land back onto this world line was by allowing Kurisu to die. And now you're asking me to go another round? I refuse.
What are you talking about?
Kurisu? Oh, you mean the scientist chick who got, like, stabbed or whatever at the radio building the other day?
Rintaro, hear me out. What if I told you the circumstances of her death on the afternoon of July 28th, 2010 played directly into what kicked off the war? That the reason I'm here is to see to it that she survives.
I'm listening.
I don't have a clue how it all dovetails. All I know is I've been entrusted with an important mission. Rescue Makise Kurisu and shift things to a world line beyond the divergence barrier, free of the attractor field. A little place we call Steins Gate.
Oh shit. Of course, it's not the same as... It's obviously like this after, like, so obviously this theme, I know I said I wouldn't pause, but I'm just saying, this theme is obviously played, like, in the last few episodes of the first series. Obviously it's going to be the same as this, because obviously this episode is obviously part of the first season, as I previously said, so, yeah, anyway.
I don't believe it.
You actually hatched this plan yourself. By that I mean you will. With Dad. Though you're the first to admit it's pure conjecture. Push comes to shove, it's possible this is all wishful thinking. Even if a Steins Gate world line exists, the odds of us reaching one are slim to none. Odds be damned though, I'm all in. As you always like to remind us, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? If a future without World War III is worth the risk to you, take my hand.
Take your hand. Oh wait, no.
Okay, to be honest, I don't think I understood very much of what just got said, but... This friend of yours? This Makise Kurisu? Sounds to me like she's worth taking a chance, right? I say you should go for it.
Face it, Chief, it's your cup of tea. All this World War III stuff seems, well, no offense, you understand, but tailor-made for your special brand of crazy.
I do this for her, no one else. Got it?
Whatever gets you there. Climb aboard.
It can actually carry two?
Well, yeah. Like this puppy's inventor would have skimped on installing a back seat.
Be careful!
Leave your cell phone here. We'd all be screwed 5 ways from Tuesday if it cross signals with the one your past self will be carrying.
Watch it for me?
Good luck, guys.
Nice, setup you got.
They re-recorded this when they did this. They must have done, surely, because yeah, they sound a little different. They sound a little like Mayuri sounds a little older, because obviously I think this is like recorded like a few years later, isn't it? Because obviously, yeah, they weren't there. So I assume, because I was going to mention it, but till Mayuri just said that line, I was like, yeah, maybe, yeah, they must have re-recorded it, obviously, when they made this episode, so it makes sense, because obviously the different changes and stuff, so anyway.
Thanks. Works like a charm. I've already stopped off at 1975 and 2000. She's running low on fuel, though. That's the thing. You've got to watch the indicators like a hawk.
Wait, so we can not only go backward in time, but forward?
I should hope so. What in the hell'd be the point if we couldn't?
I see. This one must come from a different world line than its twin.
Have a seat. I'm setting coordinates for the day of just shy of 12 o'clock. I don't dare go back any further because I can't change our position. If we stir up trouble at the radio building, it might throw Kurisu's movements out of whack. We're about to pull an ungodly amount of G's here, so you might want to prepare yourself.
Ocarine.
What are these?
They come with the territory. Little beads of time. Kind of pretty, huh? Come on!
Sorry, I just need to let my stomach settle a bit.
Ugh, somebody's a wuss. Hurry it up! Okay, critical point. Avoid running into your past self at all costs. We could have a major paradox on our hands otherwise. How long do you think this will take?
Well, maybe 20 minutes, give or take?
All right, I'm gonna stay here and prep the time machine for our return trip, and you do what you can to save Makise.
Wish me luck. July 28th. The day I found Kurisu on the floor, soaked in her own blood. Mayuri and I had come to see Dr. Nakabachi's lecture and were waiting for it to start when we heard a sound on the roof. That's right. This must be when Mayuri heads to the vending machines on the 7th floor. Is anything not an emergency?
I'm sorry. I know sometimes it's not, but this one counts for sure.
Better play it safe. I'll take the far stairs back to 8.
I don't believe it. A Metalupa!
And that's good.
You bet it is.
Should be safe now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Kurisu.
Have we met before?
No. This is too much.
I don't think I know you, do I?
Kurisu.
Look, whoever... What is your trauma? Don't rush to help me or anything.
I'm just here to see
Your attention, please. Dr. Nakabachi's conference is about to begin on the 8th floor lecture hall. All who are interested are welcome.
At least finish a sentence.
Printed on the handouts there in front of you is more or less the hard blueprint for one of mankind's oldest ambitions. Of course, the theoretical scaffolding begs some explanation. As I'm sure you're aware, mainstream science currently...
In the brief I was given, they said you'd be able to pick her out instantly. Was that true?
Yeah.
Right. Bear in mind, though, it's probably a bad idea to take her off-site. We don't know who kills her or why. And in the event that her death is a fixed point on the timeline, we don't want things getting more complicated.
I learned that the hard way with Mayuri.
Doctor!
Save your questions until...
I have none, sir. I throw down the gauntlet as to your theory's authorship. Do you take us all for babes in the wilderness? Please, world lines, curve black...
Any moment now, this is where she'll end up. What on earth am I gonna do? Wait, what if she's killed somewhere else and dragged here? Damn it, I hadn't thought of that! There she is. This is where it happens. What is that she's reading? Time machines? Is that why so much is writing on this?
Stupid kids. What in the hell do you want?
Look, please. I just want you to read this. Okay, Dad?
Dad?
Fucking asshole.
Nakabachi's her dad?
Look, I'm just trying to bury the hatchet. It's been years. Too damn long. I want you in my life again.
Don't tell me her father's the one who...
As you like to say, and well, I'm now convinced that you were right all along. I wanted your opinion on the theory. If this paper gets accepted, you can lord it over all the stuffed shirts who laughed you out of the academy.
I did not get left out. I turned my back on their politics to pursue my researches unfettered.
Sorry.
This isn't half bad.
Really? Because I was thinking maybe if you were okay with the idea, we could publish it under both of our names. I mean, after all, you're the one who inspired me to write it.
Don't be ridiculous. Go home.
What?
If this paper sees the light of day, it'll do so under my name.
Excuse me? That's called stealing. I knew you could be cruel, but I never thought you'd stoop...
Shut up! You dare call me a thief? Bitch! What makes you think you're so much better than me? A daughter's got no goddamn right to outshine her father! Every second you're out there whoring to make a name for yourself, you trample my reputation as a genius of the age! You were my heckler, weren't you? I see. You were in cahoots to make nattering old Nakabachi shit the bed during what should have been his moment of glory. Well, you succeeded. But success comes at a price.
Dad, no!
Stand your ground. Protect her.
He should have downed him when he didn't have the knife
You're
out.
heckling now. Come on, let's hear it. Son of a bitch!
Dad, this is crazy. Please stop.
So I'm crazy? I'll show you crazy!
Look out!
You're an idiot! A DNA fluke! You're not as smart as me! My name belongs in the annals of history! You're nothing!
Daddy, please.
If it hadn't been for you, I wouldn't be the academic laughingstock I am now!
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Look at that. Poetic justice all around, I'd say.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean...
What?
I didn't mean to drag you into this. I just wanted him to... to acknowledge me.
Kurisu.
I'm so scared. I don't want to die. I'm not ready. This wasn't supposed to.
No. Oh, God. Please, no.
Nito, they're already back. Ocarine!
Whoa, dude! What the hell happened to you?
He's gonna be alright.
Arms.
It's just a little bit complicated.
I'm responsible for her death. I did it. I'm the one to blame. Her blood is on my hands. I'm responsible for her death. I'm responsible for her death. I'm responsible for her death. I'm responsible.
Ocarine!
Walk it off. Look, I know you're in shock, but you've got to pick yourself up. We've got enough fuel for one more trip, and now we know how things play out.
Shut up! I won't do it. I won't put myself through that again. The attractor field convergence will cause Kurisu's death no matter what I do. I can't. It's all my fault.
The lives of 5.7 billion people are at stake here. If you save Makise Kurisu, you save every one of them.
I can't do it.
That is not true. You can at least try more than once.
Once. Are you mad? I tried dozens of times, no, double, triple that, and every time I failed. I know how cruel time can be. You may not think that's true, but believe me, I do. We like to imagine we can bend it to suit us, but really... This was bound to happen. It was stupid of me to play along. I'm sorry, but... I'm just done. Let time have its way.
No! If I have to slap some sense into you, I'll be happy to!
Stop it! It isn't fair for you to force him like this.
But at this rate, we won't be able to change the future.
And why? Why does Ocarine have to carry the weight of the future all by himself? It's too much for him.
Because Uncle Ocarine has an ability that lets him observe and remember the world lines.
But Ocarine never asked for that responsibility. Look what it's done to him. If he tries again, he's only going to end up hurt more. Besides, it's probably impossible for one person to change the future anyway.
I'm sorry. Kurisu.
Hey, Ocarine? You don't have to push yourself so hard anymore. And it's okay to cry. Really. Because I'm here. I've got you.
I prefer that to the other one. That version, obviously, because obviously previously it was obviously Mayuri slapping him, obviously.
Geez, seriously, you're nothing but trouble, you know that? Give it here. I keep a sewing kit on me. I can get it fixed up for you in a jiff.
Okabe!
As you've probably noticed, it's kind of dark in here, so don't expect needlework worthy of Athena.
Okabe?
I'd say what color thread I'm using, except I can't even tell. Geez, seriously, you're nothing but trouble, you know that? Give it here. I keep a sewing kit on me. I can get it fixed up for you in a jiff. As you've probably noticed, it's kind of dark in here, so don't expect me to work for the Athena. I'd say what kind of food I'm using, except I can't even tell. Okay, but geez, seriously, you're nothing but trouble, you know that? Give it here. I keep a sewing machine. I can get it fixed up for you. As you've probably noticed, it's kind of dark in here, so don't expect me to work for the Athena. I'd say what kind of food I'm using, except I can't even tell. Give it here. I keep a sewing kit on me. I can get it fixed up for you in a jiff. As you've probably noticed, it's kind of dark in here, so don't expect me to work for the Athena. I'd say what kind of food I'm using, except I can't even tell.
The cicadas have all gone away.
It's been a while since I've been to this park.
Yeah. It sounds to me like you've been super busy ever since summer break ended.
Actually, the other day I went on my first group date.
You did?
Ah, speak of the devil. Hey, what's up? Yeah? Tomorrow? Sure, maybe. Let me guess. You need a guy to even out the numbers, right? Whatever. I'll be there. See you. Turns out college life is busier than I expected.
It's been too long. But seeing Ocarine again makes me feel so happy. Hey, wait up! Will you stop in the lab sometime? You haven't been by in forever, and it's been so quiet without you.
Yeah, I will.
That's a promise, okay?
Sure. See you around.
Yep.
My area's fine. Still alive. The city remains. For me, nothing has changed.
Okay, that went kind of quicker than I expected, actually. I'm not gonna lie. See, obviously now I'm gonna be comparing the original 23 episode to obviously this 23B. First off, I like that, actually. In a way, I actually enjoyed. Well, I say in a way, I kind of need to say if I like it more or not than the original episode 23, but I will say that it's good. I do actually like it. I like the outcome that they wanted to do instead. I'm not sure if I can't remember if it was the studio that wanted this or if it was the fans that wanted this. But yeah, I like that. It was good. Anyway, so I obviously can tell which was different, obviously because I've just fucking watched it, so, it's a lot different, of course, it's a different completely plot, so, in the original, obviously, if you haven't watched it, you should, obviously, if you've watched, Steins Gate, if you haven't, then, why are you here, I'm sorry, but I'm obviously going to be talking a lot about some of the episodes and stuff, so if you haven't watched it, go watch it and then come back, so, in the original episode 23, the episode's obviously about Okabe going back, of course, like what happened at the start of this. But instead of obviously coming back in that shock, saying, "Oh, I'm responsible for her death, I'm responsible for her death," obviously, previously, he was going to walk away, and then obviously, Mayuri slaps him and says, don't beat yourself up, obviously, you care so much about this, Makise Kurisu, go back and do it. She convinced him enough for him to go back and save her. Obviously, it failed, and then obviously again, and then successfully, he did it, and then obviously he managed to obviously keep Kurisu and Mayuri alive at the same time, and that is obviously the Steins Gate world line. So, this time clearly, he really didn't want to go back, and obviously Mayuri comforts him, and Suzuha was going to slap him, but Mayuri's like, no, don't do that. I mean, you've seen, but I'm just saying what I've just obviously seen and explained. So yeah, it ends up not happening. His outfit changes, which actually looks pretty sleek. Obviously, I have to get used to it in Steins Gate Zero, but I like it. It's gonna be it's gonna be a bit weird trying to get used to it, because obviously he's usually in that t-shirt and that lab coat. So being him in a full-on black suit, I mean, it actually suits him. I'm gonna be honest with you. It also kind of suits his personality, because, well, actually, I need to mention that in a second, but when you look back on, obviously, what he was like at the start of the first series, obviously, he was crazy in that, and it kind of suited that, but now in this episode, his attitude obviously changes. Like, I've noticed that he's a lot more, I will say, calm now. He's a lot more gentle and a lot more, you didn't really see him as crazy, but you see him as that kind of sarcastic little on the phone. But for most part, he has actually changed, and I like that, actually. Even though I mentioned in my full review, if you haven't watched it, go watch it, watch everything that I've done, and then come back. I've said that he's kind of backed away a little bit of the craziness side of him, and he's kind of gone a little bit more gentle. I would say he's more gentle now than he was, obviously, when he changed, obviously, when all that stuff was hitting him, and he was kind of changing as a different person, if that makes sense. And yeah, it's cool to see some development. As I've said in my full review, as I've said already, I've said that, obviously, I like the Okabe's character is changing and becoming a little bit more positive, or, a little bit more calm, not as mad and stuff. But you obviously want to have still a little bit of that Okabe, because otherwise that's kind of, I don't want to say it ruins his character, but that doesn't make him look like, I don't know how to explain it, but it would just look a bit weird for Okabe, for not him being mad anymore. It would just be kind of like a completely different character. Whereas if he is kind of normal, and also has a bit of that crazy side of him as well, then cool. But you know what? I'm digging this, or dug this attitude of Okabe, if that makes sense. Overall, great episode. I don't want to go on for too long, because this the intro that I did obviously was long enough. It was like, as I saw previously, it was like 8 minutes. So, and this is probably like how long is this? Like a 20-minute episode. So yeah, overall, good episode. I actually really liked it. I think I actually prefer this one to the other one. I mean, I really like the other one, I'm not going to lie, but seeing that he ends up not saving her, and saving Carissa, obviously, that is her, it's a completely different thing. It obviously completely turns it around. Obviously, after you watch this one, you obviously don't watch 24 and 25, because this kind of cuts off here, because it stops there, doesn't it? Which makes sense. The only thing I am a bit about this episode is that because obviously it's a completely different, well, not really a different plot, but the direction it goes in, it kind of feels a bit more chopped down. I'm not sure, it probably is supposed to feel like that, but it's a bit weird as well, because obviously also the voice actors probably had to re-record it, because they do sound different to the original 23 episode, because obviously this is going to be like years later, because the original series came out, or the first series came out in 2011, I think, 2010, 2011, And this has come out like a few years later, so I think it's like 2015, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rusty, but I believe it's 2015 when they recorded this episode, and then obviously I think it's like 2017, 2018, I think. Might be wrong. They obviously did 0, so yeah. Anyway, thumbs up for me. Really liked that episode. Yeah, I can't wait to dive into Steins Gate 0. Yeah, that was a good send off. Well, one alternative way to end the series, but yeah, I'm still a little bit like, is it better? Is it a good ending? A good alternative ending? If you didn't like obviously the original one that they did, obviously episode 23, 24, 25, or if you like this ending, yeah, let me know in the comments below if you prefer this ending or you prefer the original ending that they made back in 2010, 2011. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction review. Apologies if my reactions weren't that great. As I mentioned previously in the intro, I said that I'm not very much of a reactive person unless it's like severe or like something bad happens. But yeah, I may like smile here and there or like frown a bit and kind of show you that. But yeah, I don't make an effort to try and do that. I try and be completely honest and watch it and be like, So anyway, stay tuned for the Steins Gate 0, because obviously this isn't Steins Gate 0. This is obviously part of the original series. So yeah, technically this video isn't actually Steins Gate 0. It's actually 23B of the original series. So I'm going to end here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment below, say what you think or your opinions on this episode. If you prefer to, obviously, the original 23 episode, or if you actually do prefer over this one, prefer over the original 23 episode. But yeah, yeah, that's it for me. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.